This is Red Light, Green Light 123 with D and Z. Here are your hosts, D and Z. Welcome to this week's episode of Red Light, Green Light 123 with D and Z. I am Z, and here's how it goes. D and Z, we give you our 1-2-3 fantasy starts or green lights, and our 1-2-3 top fantasy sits or red lights. Since it's red light, green light 1-2-3, we start with our red lights first. D, who are your top fantasy red lights for this week?
Yeah, I'm going to start off with Aaron Rodgers against the Bills. Lazard's hurt. He might not even play. Dobbs is not getting separation. I just don't see them really having a lot of effect up in Buffalo. Number 2, I have Zeke Elliott versus Chicago. The Cowboys have a bye next week. I just don't see them really pushing Zeke with his bad knee, and Pollard's a stud, so I don't think they really need to play him too much. And last is going to be Fields against Dallas. Justin Fields against Dallas. I know Justin Fields had a decent day against the Patriots, but that Dallas defense is suffocating, so if you need a spot start from somebody, look elsewhere.
All solid. All solid. For me, 3 quarterbacks. I am not touching Russell Wilson with a 10-foot pole. You're going into London. It's a
But he's working out on the plane on the way there. Didn't you hear?
I heard. And so did his teammates. And they were probably thinking about giving him a code red. I'm pretty sure he woke up with a mohawk. I'm pretty sure he woke up with a bar of soap taped into his mouth. That'll teach him. That'll learn him. We're trying to sleep here, bro. What the fuck are you doing? But, hamstring, possible, torn pec. Who knows what's going on in Mr. Wilson's body. And the Jaguars' defense isn't bad. It's actually pretty decent. So, even when healthy, Russ wasn't moving the ball with any kind of regularity or zip or even accuracy. So, stay away from Russell Wilson. Stay away from Jared Goff, too, against that Dolphins secondary. Yes, Jared Goff's been throwing a lot of touchdown passes. This defense is going to pick him apart. The Lions play hard for Campbell, but they're going to be outmanned, especially if Amon-Ra St. Brown cannot play due to a concussion.
His ass better play.
And last but not least, since we were talking about great secondaries, avoid Kenny Pickett against the Eagles. James Bradbury and Darius Slay are licking their chops, waiting with bated breath for Kenny Pickett to make one of those Kenny Pickett decisions. It is going to be a feast for the Eagles on one Mr. Pickett. But those are our red lights. Time for our green lights. Who are your top 1-2-3 green lights for the week, D?
My first one might surprise you. I'm going with Lamar against the Bucks. Like I said, I think a lot of Bucks are out. I know Winfield's not playing, and I think they're going to struggle to stop Lamar running the football and running all over the place. So I'm taking Lamar. Second one, I am starting the 49ers D against those Rams, because those Rams are averaging, I think, 21 or 20 points per game. They couldn't even score on the Panthers. They've almost lost to the Panthers. And the last one, I am starting Kamara against the Raiders. For God's sake, he's got to score a touchdown this week. He's got to score a touchdown this season.
It is week 8, so...
For fuck's sake, man.
It's whatever's in the water in New Orleans. Michael Thomas had it, and now Alvin Kamara has it.
Is he going to play? God.
I don't know. I honestly do not know. But for our fantasy starts... I don't want to touch anybody in that Thursday night game. I just can't do it. It's very brave of you. I can't do it. So I just can't do it. I am going to start.
Where's your testicular fortitude?
It's not there. I can tell you that much. It is not there. But I am going to start Tony Pollard of the Cowboys. I think that's going to be an excellent change of pace. He provides a zip and he provides speed.
That's
and
brilliant.
He is going to give you what you need coming out of the backfield, and he's a fine flex option or a nice RB2. Like you're going to do pretty well with Mr. Pollard. And I love James Robinson this week against the Patriots. New team, going to look to set the tone early and establish himself. I could see him punching it in for 2 scores. I could see him being the primary goal line back over Michael Carter, and he can power the Jets offense past the New England defense. And my last start, the Commanders defense against the Colts. Welcome to the NFL, Sam Ehlinger. Welcome to the NFL. I don't think this is going to be very pretty at all. But those are ours. What are yours? Email us at faderoutemail@gmail.com. Slide in those DMs on IG at Fade Route Podcast, or drop us a line on Twitter at FadeRouteDNZ and let us know your red lights and your green lights. But it's time for us to run the go route again. We'll talk to you next week. Want to get on the action, we want to hear from you. Hit us up, faderoutemail@gmail.com. Slide in our DMs on IG at Fade Route Podcast. Drop us a DM on Twitter at FadeRouteDNZ. Comment on our YouTube channel, The Fade Route with DNZ. Questions, comments, picks, segment suggestions, you name it, we want to hear from you. Get at us, in crowd. Thanks for listening to this episode of our podcast. If you like what you heard and want to hear more, be sure to like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Rate us 5 stars, leave us a review, turn on subscription notifications, and tell your friends. Spread the word, spread it wide.